this is Trina. I'm here with Dr. Mona. We're live from Facebook and YouTube. Welcome for today's live. Anybody who wants to join our Zoom meeting, be in the room, please welcome, enter into the room. I'm going to see if I can share the link here real quick. And in the meantime, let me share. And Mona, why don't you introduce yourself while I'm trying to figure out how to share this link on here?
Of course. Hello, beautiful people and beautiful souls. My name is Mona Ali, and I work as a master practitioner for NLP and a psychotherapist. I'm a founder of Learn to Grow Academy. I hold a background in computer science, a PhD and a master degree, and I have been on a healing journey myself for the last 6 years. So I am so happy to be with you today, and I hope this will be an amazing journey for everyone to hop on and embrace.
I love that. All right, we're so excited to have you here. And we're going to be live tomorrow again in
Yes.
Dr. Mona's community. We're kind of doing a back-to-back here.
Yep.
Welcome, Beth. So great to see you. We're just allowing everybody to come in. So today we're going to be talking about the inner shift. Kind of came up with this. Well, inner shift has just kind of been part of our journey, right?
Yes.
Lana, it really goes into we talking about why affirmations don't work, why there's a lot of this personal growth that is more on a superficial level or more on a level that where I keep questioning, get confused of like, why is this not working? And one of the titles we put in, and Mona and I talked about it yesterday, we're like, rise above the noise, I think you said, right? I'm
Yes.
like, yes, this is exactly how we're explaining what we're going to be talking about today because we have an event planned
Mhm.
not too far from now. We're planning an event, a four-part series, deep dive event that we're going to be talking about a little bit later that really got us to have this live today, to have a discussion about it, give some information about what is this inner shift, what is a deeper dive into personal growth, how do we do all of this? So we're so excited to have come together. Dr. Mona's in Canada, I'm in Florida. How do we meet each other on this online space? It's so great. Hi, Julia. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, has been really, I think, amazing. We have been working on this for a while, and we aligned, Trina and I, so much about this topic because it is something that is recurring. A lot of people actually come to our practices. They do say the affirmations, and they say, but this is like, illusion. Like these things doesn't really work. It doesn't do anything. And there is a reason for them not to if they are not to. And
Mm,
in the journey of the 4 days, we are going to unlock this together, like why they are not working and how to make them work.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi,
Absolutely.
hello,
Hi, Laverne.
welcome.
Great to see you.
Guys,
Yay.
sorry I'm late.
No worries, no worries. This is such a great space. I love the energy in here. I love the people that have signed up for this. This is to create some momentum, some awareness of why this space of inner shift is important, why Dr. Mona and I came together in all of this. We're gonna walk you through some of the steps and the layers of why we created this space together and what we have coming up. But also to treat you guys a little bit to
Mm.
different things. And I think that Dr. Mona might have something ready for us in our toolbox if you guys
Yeah,
are ready to get grounded.
yes. So it's usually nice to get a sense of our bodies and get grounded in the room or wherever you are. You are in your car.
I am in
So
my car.
you, you'll get grounded there. That's okay. It just really gets a sense of our bodies and get a sense of where we are. So let me get okay. So just for a moment, I would like to invite you please to close your eyes and take a very deep inhale through the nose into the belly. Hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhale through the mouth. And get the sigh if you can, like sigh it out. Now feel the ground beneath you. Feel the chair if you are sitting, or if you are standing, feel your feet on the ground. If you are on a chair, feel your feet on the ground and feel your body on your chair. This is a safe space, a welcoming space, and a judgment-free space. And let's do this one more time. Let's inhale deeply from the nose and get it in your belly. Sigh it out through the mouth. Okay, now slowly start to feel your body, tingle wiggle your fingers, very, very slow movement, and open your eyes. Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome back. Thank you. I hope this was like, calming down the noise.
Thank you so much for
You're
that.
very welcome.
I love that. I'm usually the one that leads these, obviously with my clients myself, and I love being in the space where other people lead it because I'm just like right there. I arrive right away. And the more of a practice you create in this, you just drop into that space in seconds.
Yes,
And let me tell
100%.
you guys, it took me years to get to that space because I was so lost in meditation and I thought you should not have any thoughts in your head at all, that you should just like clear it all out. And so many judgments of myself. I didn't do it well enough. Like I'm supposed to grade myself on meditation or mindfulness exercise. Anybody like the worst critic, right? We judge ourselves all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is why we're in this space of inner shift, right? We want to, how do we rise above the noise? And I love the rising above the noise because you guys probably have recognized that when you're in a space in nature, like I just came back from the Grand Canyon and you're in that space and you're grounded, right? It's like, oh, and there's not much noise and it's easy to kind of be in that space of being grounded. But as soon as there's noise around, in our heads, chatter, right? And from the outside, it can be much harder to separate ourselves from that noise. We get lost in it. We get carried away in it. We go down those rabbit holes of limiting beliefs. We get carried away with other people's needs and wishes, and we compromise our own values, and we're off in a rabbit hole, right? So, how do we do that? Unlocking self-awareness. You guys, I know, are already on your self-awareness journey. Otherwise, you would not be in this space with us. It would not even pique at interest, right? You have delved deep. You understand a lot of this stuff, but might also be ready for that deeper sense. Like, who am I and who am I not? This is the
yeah,
separating yourself from the noise. Like, what am I? Who am I? And what am I not? And what we're not is our thoughts and our feelings and our stuff, our relationship, our house, our circumstance, our past. You want to add something to that, Dr. Mona?
yeah. And this is lovely. I think it just triggers in my mind the question of So basically, when you say those, when you say the affirmations and you really love them, they are great. How much of these affirmations actually sink deep down in you? Like how much of them you feel like, oh, yeah, this is 100% me versus um, I say them, but I wish they can come true, you know? So, and I would love, Trina, I think it is a call now for this, you know, the affirmation. There is a short affirmation exercise that I like to do sometime also with the lovely people I work with, and it just give us this sense of why they are not working. So let's try and do it together really slowly and you know just and you don't need really to report
Oh, I
anything
love
back,
that.
just you and yourself, okay? So I would like if you want to try to be as my invitation, be as honest with yourself as possible.
Mm.
So when you say them, when you say what's coming, just we will pause 1 minute in between so you can try and land. You see, where is this landing? First of all, I would like you to notice where it is landing in your body. And if you feeling any cringes, any uncomfortable feeling, where does it happen? Like which part of your body is feeling that? Yeah. And we will discuss what does this mean afterwards, if that's okay. Right? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this. So I would like to invite you again to close your eyes and let's have a sensation, get a sensation of all your body and all the parts of you being here, just you being in this room or in this place where you are now. And either whisper it to yourself or say it internally, and I will pause 1 minute in between. I am pure.
I am pure.
And I will pause for a minute. Check in your inner sense and sensations. Where is this landing or not landing? I am innocent.
I am innocent.
I forgive myself and others. I am wanted and needed. I am seen. I have everything I want. I trust I will always be okay. I am a success. My life is a success. Everything is working out for my benefit. I see divine love all around. Now let's take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Now get sense of your body. maybe tickle your fingers a little and open your eyes slowly. Welcome back. I would love to hear if you would like to share what's your feelings? How do you feel? Beth, you are muted if you want to talk.
Yes. Um, well, before we started, I've had something stuck right here, and I keep trying to clear my heart chakra node, but it wasn't working. And that just made it go down. So
Perfect. Amazing. Oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
good. So good. Thank you for sharing, Beth.
Yes.
Anybody else want to share their experience?
How much of it did sink in, and how much you thought, okay, I haven't maybe thought of this before, or I did feel something. Yeah.
Laverne,
Okay.
go ahead. Just unmute yourself.
Sorry, you muted, Laverne.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I felt very grounded in my heart. Um, and my eyes sort of started tearing of being seen, because that's my new message to myself is I can't be seen if I don't show up, which means I have to show up for me first to be seen.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Thank you
so
so
beautiful.
much for sharing that, Laverne.
Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
I felt
wow.
that. My heart felt it.
How did you do that? That was a cool trick with those hearts.
Yeah, it's the icons. I learned this trick yesterday. So you have the react
Oh.
and in the
Oh, the
emotion.
reaction. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I love it. Oh, cool. Oh, I love that. Yeah, thank you, Laverne. And I know Julia had put some stuff in here right before we started the exercise. I've been changing definitions and perceptions, and holy guacamole, does that bring stuff up? I'm curious to know a little more about what you mean by that, Julia. I don't know if you are able to unmute yourself and let us know how that maybe ties in with the exercise we just did. She might
And
not
if
be
you
able to
can talk, maybe you
to
can
come up.
type. Like
Yeah. So,
I can tell you what she's talking about. She's my best friend. So
okay.
she's been having a lot of issues with her neurological problems right here. Up there she is. That's why she's got the puppy. But she's been trying to get rid of an attachment, and when she does these things, it like makes it cling even more sometimes. So I think that's what she was talking about. If
Mm.
I'm wrong, she can type it.
Thank
No,
you, Beth,
this
for
is
being her
important.
voice.
Yeah.
And Julia, you can just chime in and unmute yourself at any moment if you are able to. Um, I'll share what I discovered because this exercise is new for me as well. It was interesting because some of these affirmations were actually completely like forgotten as soon as you said them. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's almost like I couldn't remember them. Like I just wanted to ignore or avoid them. So
Mhm.
that's certainly something that I have to dive a little deeper into in why some of them kind of bring emotion and almost gratitude
Yeah.
and others just want to get out of there as quick as possible, almost like they're
Yes.
too uncomfortable, right?
Yes,
Very,
100%.
very interesting.
100%. And I think this brings us to the question of if you have the feeling, and I do for some of them, I actually have this list I go over. It's a very long list, by the way. I just keep the short for here for the purpose of timing. But and I take them. Like the more I start to believe and I feel like I have this alignment from inside out, I take that, okay, now this have happened. Sometimes it happens so quickly, sometimes it takes some time. But the interesting part is what is the resistance? Like, where is this resistance is coming from? If it doesn't sink or if it brings so much emotions, what is happening there? Now, we all agree that the essence of all of us is true love. Like we are just pure love. That's how we're born. So, things happen along the road, yeah. And I think, Trina, the journey in the inner shift is actually bring the awareness and try to discover in yourself what is actually happening that is blocking the affirmations or bringing all of those emotions. Yeah, that's one part of it.
Absolutely. So that's what gets us kind of deeper under just being aware of them, right? Just saying the affirmations. How can we anchor this and integrate and welcome almost these uncomfortable feelings because there's no negative or positive emotions, right? They just are. Emotions are energy in motion. They're very short-lived. There's just chemical burst in our brain that manifest in our body. And the more we're able to understand that and separate it from who we are and what we're not, because we tend to get stuck in the emotions and the stories and the limiting beliefs and the soup that goes with it. And then off we go. And then we start avoiding and we start having the resistance. The more we understand that and can kind of identify them and pick them apart so we can put them back together to reintegrate with that wholeness of how we were born, that is that deeper work. And a lot of you guys are probably already on that journey and already have some techniques that brings you to that deeper part. And what we're offering with you guys today is not only the talk and the discussion about why this is so important, but also how do we do it? How do we get our clients to that deeper place? How do we integrate? How do we embrace transformation on that deeper level so you can feel confident and powerful and more clear that when life happens and something surfaces, that you know exactly what to do. And Dr. Mona, I just want to share this with you because I come up with like different analogies of how to explain this toolbox. I came up with a kind of a new one today. Can I share that with you? It's really
Please
exciting.
do. Yes, yes.
So it's kind of like changing your diet. I don't know if anybody has kind of changed your diet or cleaned up your diet or anything. I think everybody can kind of recognize that. So think about, depending on how unhealthy we ate in the past, the harder it is sometimes to change that, right? Because we get into these habits and what's comfortable and what feels good and what's convenient. So you look in your fridge and you have certain ingredients that you're going to have for dinner. Well, expanding that to a healthier nutrition, healthier foods, it's going to require some thought, maybe even some plan, maybe even a nutritionist. There's going to be an investment. There's going to be time and energy spent on finding new recipes and figuring out what do I do with cilantro or ginger or, like new ingredients as we've never seen before. I certainly avoid these new recipes sometimes because it's like it's too much work. It's too overwhelming. So it is unfamiliar. And that's why change is not easy. But the more ingredients you have in your fridge that are healthy, that you know are healthy, the more at ease and at peace you're gonna feel when dinner comes and you're like, well, I know how to use cilantro now. Let me try it in the salad today. Let's try it in the soup today. And we experiment with these different tools or ingredients. And the more repertoire we have in our fridge, the more we can really embrace this healthy lifestyle. And I really want to bring that into this inner shift and how we get to a deeper level or a higher level. I mean, depends on like how we see it, where we want to go. Sometimes we talk about high, sometimes we talk about like deep. It is about developing new language, developing new techniques and tools for yourself to feel so confident that when you come across contrast in life, either internally or externally, that you feel so confident that you just look in the fridge and be like, oh, well, that calls for thyme today. Okay, like that will spice it up with this. Or butter or avocado oil instead of canola oil. Okay, you guys follow me here?
Mhm.
The more choices that you have of different techniques and different approaches to this that really sits well with you, the more confident you're going to feel in the next level that you rise to, that will just take you to that, to more momentum, right? Faster change, faster pivot, better flexibility. Dr. Mona, what do you think about that?
Oh my God, I haven't thought about this analogy before, but it just resonates so much. It is exactly that. It's like it's you changing your lifestyle and your habits, you are changing your inner being in a way in this process, in the same similar way. And it gets me the question like where while you are talking is how would you know if a change is actually happened in you and it is deeply rooted? So what would manifest in your life? So basically, let's say, Laverine, if you don't mind that I share your example about seeing.
Sure.
Now, this brought your tears because it's emotional for you on a deeper level in some way. Now, if this becomes so familiar and so believed by you and so lived, how would you know it happened? What do you think you should feel?
I would feel empowered.
Yeah,
I would be more confident. I would wear different clothes. I would do my makeup. I would be okay being seen instead of kind of hidden.
mm, yeah,
Um yeah, I mean, and I've been doing some work like this, and last week I had nice pants on, a nice shirt, and my boss asked me if I was going for a job interview, and I said no, I'm just stepping up my game.
good for you.
And I'm
Amazing.
like, yeah,
Yes,
step up your
yes,
game, sister. I mean, that's kind of how I have to talk to myself, is
yes,
just step up. Just step up.
yes,
And if you don't want to be
100%,
seen, then you step up and say ciao, I mean.
100%,
Mhm.
100%. Let me share a very small story with you here, if you all okay with that. There were times in my life, in my personal life, where I was literally calling myself names in the mirror. Like when I look in the mirror, I was doing that. And it was like, this is, punching myself like that. And I think this led to a lot of illnesses in my body. And when I stepped into the healing journey, I learned how to love myself, how to love my body the way it is. Just I am perfect as I am, you
Mhm.
know, and this body is doing a lot for us every day. So it is a bless. This is a journey. We
Mhm.
get stuck, we get unstuck, we get stuck, we get unstuck.
Mm,
And Trina, you were talking about the onion list yesterday,
mm,
it's one layer after the other.
yeah.
And that's okay. That's what it is. So I am so proud of you really doing that. This is
Yes.
amazing. Thank you for
It's the
sharing that.
best, it's the best action for self-love that we're
Yes.
stepping ourselves out there. We're testing the boundaries, right? We're
Yes.
getting outside of our comfort zone and just taking fear and embarrassment and stuff like that under our arm, right? And we're just walking right into it anyway.
Right.
Because sometimes the fear of the unknown is worse than staying in the hell that we are in right now, or the
Mhm.
stuckness,
Mhm.
or the self-judgment, or whatever that might be.
Mhm.
And until when we can start painting that picture, and I love how you just right away answered the question, Laverne, right? You can tell you worked on this because
Yes.
otherwise it wouldn't come. I was like, I know exactly what it looks like, right? So you're manifesting. So,
Yeah.
Can
and
I
that's the
say?
difference.
Oh, and
Go ahead.
Yeah. Every morning I have like this little sign that says, in order to finish, in order to start, you have to, no, I don't know. I get it all always turned around, but kind of what I tell myself is own it, be it, do it. Just do it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And the
I heard
doing comes
something
out of the
that could
being.
be helpful.
Go ahead, Beth.
Um, the the treasure you seek is in the cave that you fear.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so profound. Yeah, I love
Wow.
it.
It's in
Mhm.
all the contrast are the learnings.
Mhm.
And if we were not taught this
Mhm.
growing up. We were taught to fear certain things, to avoid certain things. You should not hang
Yes.
out with those people, right?
To
You should
be
not
in a
step into
certain
this
way.
situation. Oh, you want to go all the way to America? What are you going to do over there? That's what my grandmother said when I came home. Why are you living all the way over there? For those of the that don't know it, I was born and raised in Denmark, and I came over here about 20 years ago, and she just really did not understand why people would move to a different country, right? So we're raised with all these messages, and going against that is very uncomfortable. And it's now our choice and our freedom
Mhm.
to step into the contrast, not fearing it, but really welcoming it and say, what can I learn here?
Mhm.
But then having the right tools and techniques to tread and explore this space in a way that is respectful and compassionate for your journey. If we're not able to do that, we sometimes uncover some, maybe traumatic things that we have a hard time navigating.
Mhm.
When you are equipped with all the right nutrients, the
Mhm.
healthy foods in the fridge, it will be very hard to make a very unhealthy meals as long as the ingredients is fairly healthy. You can just really put everything in there and it's still healthy and good for your body.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's what we offer in our space, Dr. Mona and I, is really a space where you can feel safe, you can feel seen, and we can help navigate the journey to the deeper layers. So when you come out of that space, that you have confidence in how to proceed in your own contrast. That when something pops up, you can just look in the fridge and be like, okay, it calls for broccoli today. Coming up with some good examples here, right?
Yeah.
So you can continue to be a human being and not a human doing. And I love how you say that I want to do it. I want to just step into it. But the doing comes from the being.
Mhm.
It's an
Mhm.
inspired doing.
Yes.
You're doing it as a human being. When we're doing it as a human doing, it's usually because we feel we have to, we must do, we should. If I don't do, then something will happen.
Mhm.
But the human being is your journey. The human
Mhm.
being comes from your authentic self, comes from self-love, comes from your creativity that is not going to look like anyone else's.
100%. That's lovely said. Thank you, Trina. Yeah. And I think one thing we will learn together in this journey of the 4 days is how to back yourself up. So when the down moments comes in, how can I lift myself back up? And I think it's a process between having a group of people with the same goal and the same intention.
Mhm.
Part of it actually left everything up, but it's also which part of my toolbox should I pull today? Like if this is happening, basically. This is one of the goals that we wanted to learn about this together during the 4 days is how can I do that and what to do. And a whisper in all of our ears, including mine, we learn in the healing and in the awakening, we learn how to shift and switch from the ups and downs quicker. It's not that they're not going to happen, But the healing is that you have enough in your toolbox and you have enough of your awareness and you have enough of your resources that you can do this shift faster instead of drilling down into this rabbit hole of whatever of your internal dialogue stuff. The more we do it, the better we get at it. So at a certain point, I tell the lovely people I work with that you will find the inner dialogue happen, and you will be an observer. You will watch it from a distance, and it will come, it will go, and you will continue.
Mhm.
The resistance will shrink.
Mm.
Yeah, this is one of the main goals. We be trying
Mhm.
to, we will deliver this, or together reach that point.
Mm.
So
I
beautiful.
love that. It's the be the observer.
Mm.
That's probably the most peaceful and powerful place to be as a human being. And I am sure that you guys have discovered that space even at some times, or maybe even more times than sometimes, when we're able to separate things from our human experience to a spiritual experience, and that they're existing at the same time. But the human experience really doesn't define us, right? Like, I'm having a hard time right now, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't challenge my worth and value as a person. So we observe what happens. I observe my body at times doing some weird, strange things, and I'm like, where is this coming from right now, right? And I'm gonna have to spend some time. Some people journal, some people meditate, some people talk to a friend. There's so many ways of doing that. But it's not so much the identification, it's again, how do we tie it in? This is what we're expert in. So how do we tie it in? How do we integrate these parts of ourselves so they can all exist in the same room together without causing trouble? And we can still hear our own inner voice loud and clear, although it's super soft and subtle and not so loud. We wish it was louder at times because ego is just so darn loud. Right? But with practice and the right room, it makes it so much easier. And I really just want to honor you guys for showing up for this and showing up for you in this space, because every time that you're in a room like this, it's gonna raise your vibration. It's gonna organize some incoherent vibrations in your body. It's gonna shift a few things. And we would like to take that, a step higher, a step higher. I was meeting with a client right before this, and kind of want to see where she was at in her process. I'd worked for her with her for a while, and she's like, I feel so peaceful, and just with this big smile on her face. And she was a person that would work all the time. She felt she should, and her husband and her work together, and she just really felt so obligated. I can't take time off. I can't take time for myself. And she would get sick, and she would feel ill, and she would overextend herself with her kids. And now she's just peaceful. Is she perfect? No. Does she still have problems? Yes. But the way that she sees life right now is just like, I just feel confident because I prioritize myself. Like, I know what I need now, and I'm able to express what I want and what I need. And you can just tell, like, this is not the same woman that sat in front of me in the beginning of this, right? Ah, what a gift. And this is what warms our hearts, is connecting with you guys, beautiful souls, amazing vibrations, being on this journey with you, because we receive just as much from connecting with you guys. It takes us to a higher level as practitioners, as coaches, as therapists. We do better because you guys keep racing. your energy. It's such a gift for us. So what we have is a four-part series coming up. We don't know the dates and times yet. If you're interested in it, we want you to sign up. Can you drop your link, Dr.
The
Mona, just
the form.
just for the form?
Yep.
Laverne, I think you already filled out my form. Just to have your contact information so we can reach out to you guys. We don't have all the details yet. At first, we just really want to put it out there and see how we can serve you guys the best.
Yeah. And it will be really lovely to like to share with us through the form what your goals are, what you're aiming to achieve in these 4 days. And we will learn, let's give them a sneak peek into some of the titles we have. So some of the topics we had in our we planned for are basically raising your level of consciousness. So how can we do that, and what does this mean? How does this look like? Working on one of, or because it's a short period of time, so you will choose one of your, you think, stucknesses or limiting beliefs that is actually blocking you at the moment, and we will create an outcome through a tool. This is where I want to be. And we will work in these 4 days. How can you reach that? Or at least you will walk away from the 4 days with a roadmap that, okay, I will need to do this, feel this, work through this to be able to reach that outcome. You will design the outcome and we will work with you on that. It is a starting point with a very definite target that you wanted to have and want to achieve. So it's so important for us to learn more about what does this look like for you? Where the most important or highest priority now is laying. So we can, and the lovely thing is, when we have a small group of people, we can actually tailor that even more. So to reach those outcomes with you. Yeah. And I just want to say one thing for the record. We would love for you to prepare yourself emotionally that I might need to work through some discomfort, and that's okay. I'm working through it to heal it, to resolve it, to raise above it. So put your eyes on the prize, I always say. And I think this is um, we keep talking about the inner shift. It is through the inner work. So we are here. We got you covered. Yeah, we have your back in that. Yeah.
Thank you for
Okay.
sharing that. I think it's so, so important. And this is why we created four parts to it. So we will have space in between each scheduled session with both of us to work on things, to shift things, to practice things, and to help integrate in a supportive environment, right? This is the limited spots. So we have few people that we work with at a time that all get to know each other. So it's a safe space, and we'll guide you through that in those four parts. Does that make sense? This is the best version that we found for this level to kind of take you deeper instead of it just being 1 day workshop, because this is something that needs to be checked in on. This is learning a new language on some levels, right? The discomfort of coming in, like, oh my gosh, I haven't done haven't done my homework, but that's not what it is, right? It's changing those little neurons in our body, and it's so much more fun when we can celebrate it with other people. And most importantly, which I think is the biggest thing that I see with my clients, is that people are not aware of their shifts. And that seems kind of crazy, but we're not, because we get so used to it. It's like, oh yeah, I don't really remember what happened last week. but we can see it and we can hear it. And when we're able to point those little nuances out for you in how well you've done and how hugely a change will manifest in the way that you show up in your energy, in the way you speak, or the way you speak about yourself, or you speak about the process. This is something that we're attuned to. And you may not recognize it, but as soon as you become aware of it, you now see it everywhere. And now you can celebrate yourself. This is the power of having a coach, therapist to kind of guide you on that journey to really take it to the deeper level and have sustainable change, right, Dr. Mona? This is really
Yes.
our goal. Sustainable change is that we're not just going to teach you stuff. It's going to be practical, and it's going to be to the point where again you can kind of run with it yourself afterwards.
And in the meantime, if you have questions about things like you know Trina's group, you know my name and my page as well, DM us, drop your messages. That would be amazing. I am so like I'm feeling I'm fired of doing. Are you ladies and guys, I don't know, are you up for a short snippet of a hypnosis releasing exercise? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have your consent for this? Don't worry. I'm not controlling your brain or anything, because some people get so, like, what is hypnosis and how does this really work? It's really short. You will be given messages for your subconscious mind to release and embrace change. This is what this exercise gonna be about. Yeah. So very short, very brief. Let's do it together. Trina, you up to it? Yeah, okay. Right. Right. Now, if you feel more comfortable to be off camera, that's totally fine. If you want to keep having your camera, like whatever will make you feel comfortable. Now, I would like to invite you to take a comfortable seat and let your hands gently rest. They can rest on your, beside you, rest them on your lap, and let your eyelids soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Yes, that's it. Just like that. With each breath, allow your body to sink deeper and deeper into comfort. Now, imagine a warm golden light above your head. The light is peaceful, loving, safe. And with your next inhale, begin to invite this light in. As it touches your forehead, let it melt away any thoughts or mental tension. As it moves down your neck and shoulders, feel the muscles soften. You don't need to hold anything right now. It is safe to let go now. Let this golden light travel down your arms, your chest, With every inhale and with every exhale, feel yourself releasing more. It is safe for me to release now. Imagine the light moving through your heart. This is where you may have stored pain or fear or disappointment or shame, and it's okay. Those emotions once protected you. Thank the emotion for doing its purpose in protecting you. And now, gently invite them to release. Let your heart open just a little and whisper to yourself, it is safe to release. I am ready to receive now. Allow that light to keep moving downward through your belly, your hips, your legs. Each breath out softens the old patterns. Each breath in welcomes new clarity, new space. Now gently turn your attention inward. Bring to mind one limiting belief or emotional pattern that you are ready to release today and now. It might be something like, I have always have to prove myself. Or, what will happen to me if I change? Whatever arises, just witness it. Acknowledge its existence, no judging. When you're done the acknowledgement, speak to it gently in your inner mind now. Thank you for trying to protect me. You have served your purpose, and I no longer need you. I release you now. Imagine that belief dissolving like a smoke in the light, fading, disappearing as your body becomes lighter and lighter. Now let a new truth emerge, something that feels expansive, empowering, and aligned with your highest self. Maybe it is, I am safe to be seen. My voice matters. I am deeply worthy just as I am. Feel that truth gently settle in your heart, in your body, and into your whole being now. Let it flow into your cells, into your breath, into your posture. Now your mind has a place where you store all your deep learnings. This might look like a library or a vault. See it now with your inner eyes and inner being. And when you are ready, gently place this new truth, this new insight about you in that space. Lock it in. and ask your body, mind, and soul to integrate it as your truth. Become part of you now. When you've done that, please give me a gentle nod. That trust that it will be there whenever you need it. Now take a deep breath in, sigh it out from the mouth. Slowly begin to return to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes and gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for allowing me the time and space to work with you on this.
Thank you, Mona. Oh my goodness. I could just listen to your voice
Yes, thank you. I could too. That's
forever and
beautiful. Thank
ever.
you.
Were you guys like in like Mona trance too? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so good.
I love
Thank you so much
hypnosis.
for
It's my pleasure. Like I've been honored. I feel so honored being with you today, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank
yeah. I totally agree. And if you guys don't know, like Dr. Mona and I met very recently, and it was like our souls were meant to
Yes.
work together.
I
And
said, I want to work with this woman. She is amazing.
you.
we complement each other so much. We do so many things very similarly, and hopefully you kind of seen that the space that we create today and the work that we will or the workshop that we will put together for you is going to be in the same loving space, filled with hands-on techniques, visualizations, meditations for those of you that have been in my rooms too. More work individually for me. I do theta healing and more energy vibration tune-ups and stuff, which I also do in groups. I have not invited it into our lives yet. It's more of a secret spice for the workshop, so a little bit coming up. Go in and kind of create some shortcuts into how do we change limiting beliefs in a shortcut way. Who likes shortcut? Who wants to just get there fast, right? And I think anybody who is in the healing space and in a coach space, we always trying to come up with ways of making it easier for our clients and for our members and for our tribe and our sisterhood and whatever it looks like to just make this easier, comfortable, safer, faster, because you
Supportive.
also have a responsibility. Your soul also is yearning to create this ripple effect in your life. As I say, your transformation changed generations. So you have impact. Everything that you do in your life has tremendous impact to the animals around you, to the kids around you, to the relationships around you. You know, I'm a relationship coach. I've been a therapist for, in a counseling space for 20 years. And I love, love getting people to the next level of awareness so they can create these changes around them. It is mind blowing to see how people show up a year after, 2 years after, and I can't believe the stories they tell me. Because it just starts with that one little drop in the water, right? The one new ingredients in the fridge, and then you add on to that. And yeah, I'm just so touched by that. So like Dr. Mona is saying, I'm really pleased and I feel so grateful for being here with you guys today. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
showing up. Any final questions or takeaways from today before we end?
When is the next class? I mean, the first
Tomorrow. The next live is
tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Is it at
Yeah.
is it at 1 again?
It is
Yes, one
the
Eastern
same
Standard.
one, but yeah, it's
Okay.
My
yes,
Perfect.
one,
Okay.
Dr.
my
Mona's
one.
11.
Oh,
Because
I
I am in
might
mountain time.
Yes.
are you gonna have a replay? Because I have an appointment at that time
Yeah,
tomorrow. I just
we
remembered.
will. Yes,
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you're
So
very
we're going to be
welcome.
live in Dr. Mona's community and space tomorrow.
Yes.
That's kind of why we're having these back to back. They're going to be fairly similar, but there's always new stuff happening. We
Yes.
kind of go wherever the room goes, and
Intuition.
what
Yes.
ingredients is pops out of the fridge. You never know what kind of spice we're working with that day.
And if you can't make it and you want to replay, please DM me and I'm happy to share it with you if you are not
Okay.
in my friends
I think
zone
you
tag.
are one of my
Yes. You are 100%. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.